Welcome to another episode of Girl Talk and Chill, the safe space for Black women, hosted by Mese and Autumn.
In this podcast, we kiki and hold a safe space to discuss what it's like to be a millennial Black woman, finding our ultimate circle of friends,
maintaining our mental health, dating after divorce, and navigating our journey of self-discovery. Let's get into it. Okay, welcome back to Girl Talk and Chill.
Hey, y'all. We're back. I am your host, Autumn B.
And I'm Mese. That's it. Oh, I'm so glad we made it from last week to this week. Like, it's a thing for real now. Like, we're not just like fly by night, one hitter quitter.
No, we're literally official now. We've returned. Okay, we've come back for more banter and more chit chat, more sisterhood things.
We go together real bad.
Yes. Now, which one of us is Diddy?
That's complicated because we both have like that Capricorn daddy energy, but then we both got Aquarius Carisha, and so I don't even care. I could be Diddy or be associated. Either way, you're winning.
Either way, it's all good. Either way, I feel like we can take turns. Sometimes I'll be Diddy, and sometimes I'll be Carisha. We can take turns.
It's your day.
I'm showing up as Big Daddy today. Okay.
I just feel like, if I was attracted to women like that, it would have to be like that because you're not finna be daddy every day. And I don't want to be daddy every day. And so we're going to have to tap in and tap out.
I already told you, me and the women, it can never be a thing. I'm not built for that, literally, because I'm too spicy, and I can't have you being spicy with me, especially when it's that time of the month. Like, if you're gonna be doing all that crying, if you're gonna be doing all that extra, it's not gonna work out, ma'am. It's not gonna work out. I'm not gonna be able to do it.
I'm not trying to tussle with you, but I just feel like, that we would have to trade. Not that life is for me. Nothing wrong with anybody who it is for. But okay, anyway, I'm rambling. Okay, so Autumn, story time.
Yes, I love a story time.
Tell me about your worst first date.
Oh my gosh. Trigger warning. That's what you should have started with.
TW.
Trigger warning. Okay, so let's see. So let me preface this. Okay, I'm new to the dating scene. I was in a relationship for about 11 years, recently divorced, and so me getting out on the dating scene is new. I haven't dated since literally I was like fresh out of high school, fresh like mid-college age. So apparently dating has changed, obviously, from back then to now. And I've been out of practice. So I'm not exactly sure. I thought that the safest bet for me would be to date older men. You know me, I always say, I like a daddy. How many kids do you have? Do you have them every other weekend? You're my type of guy. Okay, we can make this work. That's literally has been my worst date. I was dating an older, well, not dating. I was chatting with older guy. He was an entrepreneur, owned his own business. So he owned his own business and he had a full-time job. We're chatting. Great conversation, mature conversation. He was also married and divorced. He has a kid. He takes care of his kid. His kid is with him for like 75% of the week, actually. So I'm like, this is perfect because I can do me. I can do my thing, okay, so on the sideline, and I don't have to be over here all the time.
Because you're busy.
I'm very busy, sir. I'm very busy. So this is around the time I had a trip coming up and I was going to Phoenix, because he was hitting me up and he was just like, when are we going to be able to plan our date? I really enjoy talking to you, but I want to see you in person. And I was like, well, I have a trip coming up. I'm going out of town. I'm going to Phoenix to visit a friend. So he had a foot fetish. Okay. So he was sending me all type of cash apps, paying for me to get my feet and my hands done. And all he wanted me to send him pictures. The whole time that, like, before I went to Phoenix and the whole time I was in Phoenix, he asking for pictures of my feet. He want to see, he paid for them. So he want to see what they look like. He want to see what they look like when they're in the water, when they're on the mountain, when I'm, in the bed. Like, he not asking for pictures of me. He want to see my feet. But the cash app is jumping. So I have no problems with this. I get back from Phoenix and he's like, okay, we're going to have our first date. I want you to have a fresh set. So cash at me again. Went and got a fresh set. Toes are looking real spicy. They're looking real good. We meet up at the restaurant for our very first date. From the minute that I get out of the car, it's the worst experience. From the moment to the next moment to the next moment, everything was horrible. First problem, when I got out of the car and walking up to the restaurant, he had an issue with the fact that I guess I was walking too fast. He felt like I should have waited and let him lead me to the restaurant. We should have been walking slower. We're in the restaurant and the man is just like physically like all over me, just like trying to be like attached constantly. And I'm like, you have to give me some space, man. Like you're literally invading my private space. So I keep backing up and I keep telling him, like this is your section of the booth. This is me over here. This is where I'm at. So as he's inching closer to me, I realize that his personal hygiene is atrocious. When I tell you that this man's breath smelled like he had never picked up a toothbrush, and he older than me. So I'm talking like 37 years of unbrushed gums. I was mortified. That was horrible. Then, I told you, he just kept inching closer to me. So he's trying to make physical contact with me. He's got his hand on my back and he proceeds, because I like to wear crop tops. So he proceeds to try to get his hand underneath my shirt and is like playing with my bra under here. Girl, I must have lost my shit in the restaurant. So I'm tripping with him, texting my sister because I'm like, well, I'm about to wrap this shit up. Go ahead and get dressed so we can go downtown. Like, I'm about to wrap this shit up. I'm coming to the house to come get you. We're gonna head downtown and see what's going on down there, because me and this nigga is over. We're done here. So as we're getting ready to leave, like he's paying for the ticket and stuff, he proceeds to run down a list of all the things that I've done wrong on this date that I could have done better, like the different ways that I could have been more womanly and let him lead as a man.
You can't even lead a toothbrush to your mouth. Like, how you gonna lead?
How? Don't worry about me. You worry about what's going on in that death trap. Don't worry about me. Girl, literally worst date experience of my life. And when I tell you everything was cool beforehand, it was literally just, we had met on, this is why I don't do dating apps. I no longer get on the dating apps because it's full of fucking weirdos. That's exactly where I met him. Conversation was cool on the phone. Conversation was cool through text messages. Conversation was good through the Cash App.
That's all the best.
All of those conversations were fine. But when we went on our date and I got to meet you in person, hell no. And especially, this is why I like to meet people in person, so I can really get a feel for your vibe and your energy. And if I would have smelled that garbage pail of a mouth that you have from day one, we never would have made it. I never would have known the Cash App was going to be jumping, because I never would have gave you the number.
Never would have made
girl. Never. Okay. So yeah, that did it for me on the dating apps.
First, what's his zodiac sign?
You know what? I don't even remember. I don't remember. I've blocked him out of my mind. I don't remember.
I had a really good dating app okay, not all of the people that I matched with, but one of my dates on there went very like very, very well. I am not answering the question. This is the opposite of the question that you asked. Um, I haven't really had like a horrible first date. Like I had an awkward second date. So, and it wasn't even the date's fault. It was poor guy. So there was this guy I met on dating app. He was a little older. When I say older, I mean like okay, so I'm 32. I think he was like 40. No, he was like late 30s because I was like 29 at the time. So he was late 30s. So he's
Mm-hmm.
old. Okay, so we had went on a date previously. The date was okay. Like meet him in person. He wasn't really my type. Like the pictures hit better than the real life. I mean, he wasn't ugly, but he just wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like I would never. Um
Mm-hmm.
so we agreed to go to we were trying to find something to do. And I was in school at the time, really, really busy. And so I lived by this huge mall, a Arundel Mills Mall, and they had a cheesecake factory attached to it. And so I'm like, okay, I'm leaving class. My class is like across from the mall. Let's just go to the Cheesecake Factory. So we had to go through we had to walk through Dave and Buster's. My brother worked at Dave and Buster's at the time. And I don't bring anybody to meet my family. The only people that have met my family is like my ex-husband. Like I don't bring anyone around. So we walking through Dave and Buster's. My brother's like, he's like, hey, what's up? So I'm like, oh yeah, this is my brother. My brother is like, oh yeah, mom is here and her fiance at the time. And I was like, oh, we gotta get come out of here. He's like, well, I can meet you. No, you can't. No, you're not gonna meet my mother.
Second date.
And I'm not feeling you like that. I'm trying to see if it can go somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in a situationship right before, like the situationship ended, not on my terms. I didn't like how it ended. I was like down bad for this dude. And he was there. Never in my life, never in my life have I been somewhere and like an ex was there or like somebody I'm talking to is there while I'm with somebody else. The situationship ended and I would like hope to see this man. Like not that I was like going to places looking for him, but when I
Mm-hmm.
was like, oh man, I hope I see. And I'm like, okay, well, it is Maryland. Like there's a lot of little cities, maybe I won't see him.
And you've seen him literally while you're on a date with somebody else.
On a date. So
Okay.
we're walking through the Dave and Buster's and he's in front of me. So we're like here, he's further down, and he's with his son. And so I'm like, is that him? That's definitely him. So my brother is here. I'm like, you told me that my mother is in here. And now the dude that I really wanted to get back with is in here. I was like, hey, we gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here right now. So the dude was like, what's wrong? I said, my mom is here. She's going to ask too many questions. I don't want to run into her. Like, I don't want her in my business. Let's go. So, girl, I start. He's lollygagging. You're moving too slow. I walk out of the Dave and Buster's. I'm halfway down the doggone mall. And he's like, I was just completely turned off. I didn't want to be on the date anymore. I wanted to leave. I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking about my old thing. And here I am with you, who I'm not really attracted to. It's so like, girl, the date, I don't, he had to have caught the vibe. I mean, I wasn't being unpleasant or anything because I agreed to come here with you. It's not your fault that I ran into the nigga I really wanted to be with. So we go to Cheesecake Factory, we eat, we leave. He's like trying to have a kickback. He's like, oh yeah, he walks to my car. Oh yeah, so where are you from? I'm finna go get my daughter. My daughter wasn't even in the state at the time. My daughter was get my daughter. Um, and like he tried to kiss me, and I was like, I don't like kiss. I like didn't want to. I was like, I'm sorry, it's not you. I'm not a kisser, girl. I love swap and spit. Like I'm absolutely a passionate mama type of woman. I was just like, And so after that, like, he was hitting me up. He was like, "Yeah, something was different tonight." I was just like, "Yeah, it's not gonna work, babe. Like, it's just."
I love the honesty. I love the honesty of it. But that has got to be like worst nightmare is for you to see your old nigga with a new nigga that you know is ugly. Like don't see me with the nigga that's not popping. See me with the nigga that is popping.
He gotta be shitting on you. Like, you need to see this man and be like, "Damn." Like, you need to be upset when you see him, not like, "Oh."
Right. You're not gonna laugh in my face. I'm gonna tell you right now, you are not gonna laugh in my face.
I was just so like, I was so distraught. And I text the old thing. I was like, "Hey, girl," after I left the Dave and Buster's, made it to the Cheesecake Factory. I said, "Hey, I saw you in Dave and Buster's," trying to make sure he didn't see me. I need to make sure my bases are clear.
Right. Like you'll never know. That is hilarious. Okay, so let me see. Second question. Who is your favorite black actress from the 90s?
Gabrielle Union.
Ooh, okay.
I absolutely love Gabrielle Union. I think I looked at her zodiac sign before. I think she's like a Taurus or something. Wait,
Really?
hold on. I could be lying. I'm gonna Google real quick because I looked this up like years ago because I absolutely love. I'm talking about love Gabrielle Union and when is her birthday?
Now
She's
I'm like, okay, let me look up my favorite actress. I can see what's her sign.
she's a Scorpio. I don't know where I got Taurus from.
Oh, but you know what? I can absolutely see the Scorpio. You know, well, I'm gonna let you praise her, and then I'll tell you. We'll discuss.
Oh Lord, don't shade Gabby.
No,
So
no, 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 no.
I absolutely love her because she like okay. So Deliver Us from Evil was not in the 90s. I think that was like early 2000s. But she had these characters that were like these boss black women, had her stuff together. I don't got time for this. Always on the go, just killing it. And I was just like, oh my God, like I want to be Gabrielle Union. Like I want to be her in real life. Even in Two Could Play That Game. I don't know if you saw that movie. With Vivica Fox and Morris Chestnut.
Yes.
And Gabby was like, she ended up kind of being like a rebound to him. But it was so funny because Vivica Fox was like, she was like, Connie is such a hoe. She started like dragging her, dragging her. Then she saw her. She was like, "Hi, Connie." And even though Gabrielle Union was like the hoe, and I was like, I want to be Gabby. Like, I don't. I
She
want.
is like the epitome of a gorgeous black woman. Like I have always thought that about her. She is just exudes like beauty. Like if there was like the embodiment of, I don't know, like what you would say, someone that would play some type of ethereal goddess in a movie production, like it would look like her. It would look like her from her hair, her physique, just, and I can definitely, her Scorpio vibes, like she exudes, just sexiness.
Yes.
But you know that they also said that she was a mean girl in the 90s. Well, they say and she says that she was a mean girl in the 90s. Like that was a thing. And that is not saying that all Scorpios are like that, but we know Scorpios have dark energy. They got a dark energy and they got a, I don't trust you, I don't fuck with you. No, you cannot eat with me. You can't sit at my table type of energy.
And I can relate because you can't trust everyone. And if Gabby said it, she did it. It must be for a reason.
She's like, look, I did everything I needed to do at the time.
Absolutely love. Okay.
And I can say I've never seen her in a bad, like acting wise, like skill wise. Also, I've never seen her act horribly.
Yeah.
I think the movie that I first seen her in, or the one that most sticks out in my mind, is the cheerleading one. What is it?
Bring It On.
Bring It On. Bring It On.
Yes.
Yes.
I love that movie.
That movie. I love that movie because it was, the group Black. That was her, the squad that was with her. And I was like, this is so Black. this is so Black for them to have her and the group Black, and like it was just giving, like it was giving everything. I was a huge fan, so yes, I love that. And to this day, still she is still very relevant. She was not like a fly by night actress, you know, here and gone tomorrow. She is very relevant, even as she's beefing with Boosie on a regular basis, or beefing with what the nigga that be moving his pet. I can't remember what his name was. The one.
Oh, white chicks.
Yes. I don't remember his name.
What is his name? Girl, I'm gonna Google it. Yes, because he was very disappointing. Like that'd be the problem with social media. They give celebrities a voice and they just ruin their real personas for us.
You know, my grandma talks about that all the time, how whenever she was growing up, like they didn't know anything about like the celebrities that the singers. What's his name?
Terry Crews.
Yeah.
Yeah, like your grandmother grew up in a great time because now like celebrities can't use social media like we can because we ain't nobody. Like, but I don't want somebody that I have like, I'm a fan of. I watched all of your work. I feel like you get me. I relate to you. I love who you are. And then you get on social media and you're disgusting. Your views are freaking trash and disgusting. Like, I wish I never seen anything that you've been in.
I mean, we have literally had a front row seat to Britney Spears's entire mental breakdown our whole entire lives. We have seen Kanye go from being a musical genius to a musical genius struggling with mental illness. Like we know too much about these niggas. Like when my grandma was growing up, all she knew was that Sam Cooke was a gorgeous man to look at and that he could sing. She didn't know shit about what he had going on in the bedroom with his family, like what he thought about politics, except for the fact that he was, in the Black Power movement. But other than that, like,
yeah. And I just want to say, like, Britney Spears and Kanye West, I don't care what anybody says on my views on Kanye West. Like, for me, they get a pass because they're obviously dealing with like mental illness stuff. But like, I think one of the greatest disappointments for me is when Erica Badu, like, Erica Badu said, and I absolutely, first, for anybody who doesn't know, absolutely love and adore Erica Badu. When I say I am a fan, I'm the type of fan that knows all the songs on all the albums, listen to them regularly, not just like showing up here and there. Like, I absolutely love her to this day. I'm not canceling her. I don't care what happens. But like, she had, it was years ago, she had posted something to the fact of like, the girls that R. Kelly was dealing with were kind of like enticing him. At the end of the day, he's just a man. And like young girls should wear like long skirts so they're not,
girl, you shouldn't have told me none of this.
And I was just like, then she also was like, which I'm not going to say my personal views on it, but she was like, everybody has some good to them. And she was like, Hitler, I feel like she said something positive about Hitler, but I think she said Hitler was an artist, like he could paint. And she was like, everybody has some good to them. And I was just like, Badu, look, I love you. I love that you're a Pisces and you live in like this illusionary world and you create your own everything. But like, I don't think Hitler needs anyone to be advocating for him. I think he's like one person that we could just like let be dead.
Like, we all know he's burning in hell. If you believe in hell, we all know that he's there, without a doubt.
And so for you as a conscious Black woman to like have some of these takes, like I'm cool with calling Tyrone. I didn't need to know. I mean, I'm still rocking with Badu, but I didn't need to know that you felt these ways. Cause like now I'm looking at you a little different. You're taking it away.
Oh my gosh. If there was ever a time that I wanted you to not come at me with facts and information, now is that time. Now is that time. That's very, very disappointing for sure. Which I see both sides, because yes, I do see what she's saying, where she's like, everybody has something good and bad about them. People can have talent, but I am definitely, talent does not outweigh your moral compass
Mm-mm.
in any type of capacity. Could care less about you being able to paint or sing or build a building if you are murdering thousands, hundreds of thousands of people, if you are molesting one person or 300 people.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter to me. Like, the moral compass outweighs all. So definitely could have did without that.
Sorry, listeners. Now you're all suffering with me. We're traumatized now.
That's definitely upsetting. So, okay, so my favorite actress, favorite black actress from the 90s has got to be Angela Bassett.
Yes.
Love me some Angela Bassett. And I looked up her sign whenever you were talking about Gabby's sign being, what did you say she was, Scorpio? And Angela is a fucking Leo. Okay. And I am not surprised by this at all. I am definitely drawn to fire signs and fire sign energy. I think it's because I am like missing a lot of fire in my chart. Like, I got none in my placements at all. And but Leos are like the opposite of Aquarius. So, you know, it'd be a vibe. It'd be a vibe. But yeah, Angela is, I mean, we could literally go down her plethora of films, but we
Yeah.
really don't have to. She is the queen. She's still very relevant to this day. I love the way that she has quality roles. Like,
Yeah.
she's never big Leo energy. She's never looking to the bottom of the barrel for any type of money, any type of roles. Everything that she does is top of the line. And then her personal life, from what we know, from the outside looking in, she got her shit locked tight.
Yeah.
And that is something I very much, we just talked about that with the other celebrities. Like, we don't see no mess coming from Angela's squad, not from her husband and their kids. Y'all better keep y'all shit tight and clean, because one thing that a Leo not gonna do is fuck around, because you will find out.
Will.
And promptly. So I'm definitely here for all of her energy. Like, and again, just beautiful woman. Like her, she being a dark-skinned woman, you know, there's been so many times that all of the roles are like, the most spotlight goes to the lighter skinned black women, but she is a super, super talented dark-skinned actress, and she done had kinky hair, nappy hair in her roles. She done had braids in her roles. Like, she keep it very black, and it don't matter. I think that she crosses over, like, if you're black, white, Hispanic, whatever, you know who played Tina Turner in these roles. You know how Stella got her groove back, and now we're seeing her in Black Panther, like, with her fake African accent. Like, come on, Miss Ma'am.
Show them who you are.
Come on now, Miss Ma'am. All of it. So yes, she's everything to me. She everything. And all the boys like her. They all, everybody, you know, whether it's your granddaddy, your daddy, or you, y'all all been looking at Angela.
Yeah. How could you not? Like, she's in her 60s.
Girl, and where?
Like, I look at Angela Bassett and I'm like, there's no reason why I don't have a summer body all year round. Like, Angela freaking Bassett, like her arms are nice and toned and sexy. Her stomach is right. Like,
that's big Leo energy. That is big Leo energy. One thing that a Leo gonna do is look good.
yes.
You ain't gonna see them on an off day not looking, you know, tip top. So she's definitely a fave. Love her.
That was a good one. Yeah. Okay, so this next comment, I have to admit that I've like just seen stories and comments on social media. I'm not too versed in the topic, but it's a hot ass mess, and I would just want to bring it up. So, like, have you seen the latest with Krishan Rock and Blueface?
Here we go. Here we go. Listen, we just talked about celebrities that we wish that we didn't know about. If there was two niggas that I wish I never seen on my timeline ever in life. It's them two. Like, what are y'all doing here? Every day? Y'all got some new news every day?
Uh, when I think about celebrity, now we have a lot of celebrities that aren't famous for actually doing anything. And so, like, I have seen that Krishan, like, she played, like, she's a tennis player. I guess she was in college or something. Yeah, I saw that she played tennis. I'm pretty sure in college. Like, she's supposed to be really good. I
What?
didn't. Yes. Yes. And I saw like before pictures of like before she got with Blueface. And she's still beautiful. But she was just like this beautiful, radiant, well put together girl.
So
And
she's having a mental breakdown.
obviously not too put together because and not to drag any woman. I don't drag no woman for her decisions. But baby, this man had did he knock out her tooth? How did she lose her tooth? Like
That I don't know, but isn't his face on the tooth that she still has? Isn't his face on it?
so she got a fake tooth and he is on it. And she has a tattoo of him on her neck. His face is on her neck. And I'm just like, ma'am, like, first of all, you guys haven't been together that long and you're not married. And this nigga hasn't made you a billionaire. So I don't understand. Like, he can't be that great. I know he's not that great. He's not that great. He's not. And like, girl, like I said, I've just been seeing people comment. Apparently, like, he jumped on his mama and sister before. And yes. And like him and Krishan be fighting. So I brought this up because I just saw something recently where he posted a picture with two black eyes. Saying, saying that she gave him the black eyes. And I'm like, okay,
You're kidding me.
there has to be an edit somewhere. The edit gods have to show up with a picture of the.
Am I being punked right now?
No, baby, you're not.
What?
Yes. And so I'm like, okay, on one end, like, again, I think they had a show or they have a show. Yes, like on some girl. I'm like,
Is it on Zeus?
yes, I've heard that. Okay,
Of course.
so I've heard they have a show and like people just be posting about them all the time. I've never seen any of the videos. The only video I saw was like her song about him.
She got a song?
She made a song. She was like she said something about, now I'm with you and I'm losing my teeth. And I was like, baby. That's a sign that this is not working. Like,
take me out of the entire equation. I can't.
I refuse to go look at it. I'm like, I don't need that type of in my life. And so when he posted the pictures, I was just like, well, at least she's fighting back. Like, is she the aggressor? Like, they've attacked each other so many times. Let the people tell it. Because again,
I mean, a couple of weeks ago, he got into it like outside of a hotel with her daddy and was like in the streets outside of the hotel fighting her daddy. And she was, I don't know if she was helping him fight her dad and her, I think, sisters or cousin, but she was definitely not against him fighting her daddy. So
you can't fight my people.
Sir. Especially not when you have constantly been cheating on me with your baby mama. And just, in the beginning, I thought that he had the upper hand in the relationship. And like, because what I had heard was that he wanted her to take a charge for him. So he was basically just, until she went to court and took the charge for him, he was basically keeping her complacent. Like, okay, I'm going to spend some money on you, do this with you, like be coupled up and give you, this toxic energy that you want. But I'm going to still be toxic and do me because I need you to take this charge from me. And she was just going along with it. Like, this my man, whatever. But recently, I feel as if this man is being held hostage in this relationship. He thought he had the upper hand, and Krishan she done flipped the script on him, and she's definitely running the show over there because this man looked like he is trying to get out and he cannot.
If that is the case, I don't feel bad.
Oh, absolutely not. Karma is what karma is. That is why she's called Karma. This is what you wanted, sir, and now you've got it. It's a
And
hot mess.
it is it's giving past ghetto. Like I don't even know what to call it, but I did see somebody posted that she's either a Pisces or a Cancer, and I'm like, people think water signs are just like on some crybaby boo hoo, but like water signs feel very, very, very intensely. And have you seen a tsunami? Like, have you seen a hurricane? Like, they will wreck your entire life.
Take a whole city out. I mean, I live in Texas, and there are a lot of people that in Texas from Louisiana because hurricane came through years ago and knocked them out. So they can never go home. They're like, well, Texas is my home now because I can never go back.
Reroute your whole life.
It's a real thing. And I seen somebody on social media, I think they said that she's a Pisces, but they said Blueface is an Aquarius. And you know how I feel about, I'm an Aquarius, but you know how I feel about Aquarius men. They're different than the rest of us, okay? But the person who posted about it was like, Aquariuses have a God complex and they're always looking for people to worship them. And when you want somebody to, like, that's why he stays in this relationship, because what higher form of worship can you have than someone who stalks you, refuses to let you leave the relationship, got your name and your face tattooed on their body? But there is a downside to that also. And as an Aquarius, I will say we are absolutely looking for a partner to worship us. Like, I don't understand why you're not kissing my feet whenever I rise from the bed. Like, carry me to the bathtub.
You the one said if you're not ready to join the cult, start a cult.
Then why are you messaging me talking about good morning if you're not ready to devote your life to me? Like, I am the cult leader and you are the cult follower. If you're not on that type of commitment, delete me. Delete me.
Oh Lord. Well, in 2022, we are leaving behind people who do not want to join our cults and worship us
We
and
don't
do
have time for
their
it.
lives. But I don't want no Krishan's my way. I don't want you down bad, that bad.
Mm-mm.
Like,
You want a healthy cult follower, right? Like a mentally stable cult follower, not somebody who's lost their goddamn marbles.
because that's exactly what that is. Anyway, so yeah, how was 2022 for you?
2022 was a very interesting year for me. I would absolutely have to say that 2022 has been a highlight for me. My divorce was finalized at the beginning of this year. So, and from there, like since we separated in 2021, all throughout 2021 to 2022, this has been like a learning lesson for me. The whole year has just been really me like discovering my independent self, like really understanding. So in 2021, I was all about shedding the image that I had of being someone's partner, being someone's wife. And then in 2022, I'm really been discovering like, what are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? Where do I want to go? What have I been doing that's working? And what have I been doing that's not working? It's just been a big discovering phase for me. And it's been beautiful. I've had a great year. I feel good this year. I feel good about myself and about where I'm going. I'm happy with 2022, and I'm really hoping that I can keep this same energy in 2023. So I just hope that I can keep the same momentum going. Okay, I'm optimistic, but every day is a new experiment, so we're gonna see how it goes.
I am 1,000% with you on taking it minute by minute. Because day by day is too much.
It's too long. It can switch, okay? At noon we can be on one thing, and by 3:35, it's a whole different ballpark.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even want to talk about my 2022. It was giving ghetto. Like it
You
was
lived in the ghetto this year?
I feel like I did. I feel like I have been to well, it wasn't as bad as 2021. 2021 was like I reside in the depths of hell. Like somehow I've been evicted from my heavenly space and like I'm down here with Satan. That's how I felt 2021. 2022 but okay, so I had this like epiphany today because I saw a post and it was like name something that you're proud of that you did this year or something like that. And I couldn't think of nothing. Like I was just like, But one thing I will say is like this year I have learned how to receive. Like I'm very
Ooh.
much a giver. Like always, how can I be there for you? Blah 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 blah. Blah. But this year I didn't have the capacity to do that, and not even because I didn't want to. It was just like I've been going through a transformative space, and I just don't have it. Like outside of giving to my kids and surviving, ain't nothing left. There, and so people have really like in my work environment, in my friend space, people have really just kind of showed up and been giving without expectation. Just like, hey, here's this, here's that. I'm here for you, like
Mm-hmm.
in non-monetary ways, which I really like really needed this year. And so, for 2022, I was like, this year was a year. It was very humbling because I am very much the type of person like when the world is on fire, I'm like, well, at least my money's good. Like, at least I'm not poor.
The world is on fire, but I ain't a broke bitch.
And let me go ahead and order something to make myself feel better. But there was a point in 2022 where I couldn't do that. And I was like, not only is the world on fire, but you're also giving poor poverty vibes, which, I
I know
don't
your Capricorn rising was like, depression is setting in, okay?
because security very much matters. And so it was just very like it was very humbling because a lot of things that I had worked for in 2020, 2021, I lost this year. Like I had paid off my car. I worked really hard to pay off my car. Car got stolen. And when I paid off my car and like saved up my gold money, I started tricking on myself. Like started buying Coach purses. Do you know my favorite Coach purse was in that car? And it
When
got
it
stolen.
got stolen? Oh
My favorite
no.
purse.
I will light a candle for you. My goodness.
Then like girl, because I be in those toxic black girl luxury groups that tell you to spend all of your money. And I have bought some diamond earrings. Real
Okay.
good. Yeah, one of them is missing.
Oh,
And
okay.
so it was just like God, I don't know what message you're trying to give here, but I got it. Like I learned it. I don't need let's go to the next phase. And so it's just like this year was very much like I have to define myself outside of my things. And I also have to do a better job, of protecting my energy, my time, my resources. Because when you get into the space where you're just giving, 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 poof, and giving to the wrong sources. So
Yeah.
I absolutely believe, that the key to abundance is giving, is being resourceful. But if you just throwing your seeds to the wind, like you ain't gonna have nothing. And so people really stepped up for me this year. You are one of those people, thank God, like because I barely be surviving sometimes. You're definitely one of those people. And so it was just like, even without all of these material things that I have defined myself as, like quality people, like I still attract quality people. Like I am still deserving of good experiences and things like that.
Mhm.
So very much lesson learning, and I don't want to go back. Like let's just I wish tomorrow was New Year's Day.
Literally, like, let's bring in, I'm ready. I'm definitely ready, like thinking forward and mentally in my mind, like big Aquarius energy. In my mind, I'm already like at the beginning of February. Like we still have to get through, December and January, but I'm already living and as if I'm in February 23 already. Like, let's do the things, let's live and let's
Yeah,
exist there. So
yeah.
I am 100% here for like attracting more in 2023. We are attracting great experiences, we are attracting great abundance, we are attracting all of the wealth that we deserve, and not just financial wealth but like emotional wealth. I
Mhm.
want to see you experience emotional wealth and mental strength and reciprocity. So one of my favorite words in all of existence is reciprocity. I want to see you, whatever it is that you put out, be given directly back, and not like in a struggle manner, and not like, oh, I gave this 6 months ago and I'm just now seeing it come back. No, I'm talking about immediately. I
Right.
want to see it come back,
Yeah.
bounce right back.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I cosign 100% for you. Like I am. I. Okay. So today I went to the gym. I haven't.
Yes.
I have not been working out, even though I've been meaning to. And so today I went to the gym because I was like, I'm not. I would usually say, okay, I missed Monday. Let me wait till next Monday, or like, let me start in the new year. So I'm on a pattern, so I can track it.
Mm-hmm.
But I was
Mm-hmm.
like, no, I need to show up for myself today. And so I am absolutely like ready for 2023. I'm just ready to be like in a different space. And I feel like, listen, like you said, great experiences, grand experiences in every aspect of my life. I have some trips lined up next year. There's things I'm gonna do with my kids next year. I can't even be tied to anybody romantically if they're not treating me with grand experiences. And once those grand experiences run out, like we've met our expiration date and it's time for us to depart. And, not even on like a user type of thing, but life is too short. I'm not going to be struggling and stressing. And no, baby, I enjoyed you. You've enjoyed me. All right. So
She said, all right.
time to keep it pushing. Like that's the energy that I'm bringing in 2023. Like everything is taking a side view to, my spiritual, mental, emotional, physical health, to my kids, and to the brand that we're building. We really lose ourselves a lot focused on stuff that really don't matter, and time go by and ain't a goal accomplished, ain't nothing done, and I don't have time.
I definitely don't want it to be one of those situations, where they're like the to-do list or the resolution list that you had for 2020 it's basically a copy for
Yeah,
2023. Like,
yeah.
that is literally not the type of time that I'm on at all for 2023. I'm really into newness, like new experiences, new things that I've never. I love randomness. I love sporadicness. It makes me feel, one of my favorite things to do is to meet strangers. Like, I want to go places by myself, meet strangers, and have a great time, make some incredible memories, like, and never see these people again. Like
That's
that,
great shit.
that is like heaven on earth to me. Like, I want to have Alzheimer's one day, and I'm just like telling my family about all these different things that I've done, and they're like, "This lady is making up shit. Like, she's really crazy." And I'm like, "No, for real." They're like, "We've never heard of these people before. They're all strangers that I've met in my time." What do you mean? These are all strangers I've met in my time and had great times, great experiences. But I am definitely in 2023 all about just experiencing newness. Like, anybody that's trying to repeat something that I've had in the past, I'm not interested, because I'm not gonna learn anything from that. I am so grateful for 2020 2020 to 2022, because I've learned so much about people, about life, about love, about wealth, about building wealth, about just shit, grief. I've lost a lot of people in the last couple of years, and like having to deal with that mentally, emotionally, just kind of, it feels like you're losing a form of stability. But at the same time, like, this means now you have to build a foundation of your own that is not built off of somebody else, but it's literally just your foundation. Like, this is just you, and learning what that feels like and feeling good about it. And I just want to carry that into 2023 and be like, okay, well, now since I'm on my own 2 feet, I'm on my own foundation, like, this feels pretty fucking solid. Nobody can put a kink in this.
Mm-hmm.
What can I, like, what else can I put on top of this? Because I know it's solid. It's not going to go anywhere. So what can I put on top of this that I can keep climbing, learning, experiencing, and hopefully not forgetting the lessons. I have a tendency to have a really, really bad memory, and I will learn a lesson and think that I've learned it and I know it, and then repeat the same pattern because I'm just like, old habits die hard. Okay. People have a tendency to go back to their comfort zone, and I'm trying to stay away.
Yeah, whatever is comfortable. I don't even want to say that out loud, but I need to. Whatever is comfortable, I no longer reside there.
Yes.
Like, I can't. I don't want to be around it. I don't want it around me. And I very much, I'm not a huge fan of change. I like stability. I like security. I like control. I like to know what's coming next. That hasn't been working for me. So
That's really like a really hard revelation for people to come to, though, when it comes to like what's comfortable and what feels safe. Is like, safety hasn't been doing you well. Realizing that like this comfort zone that you're in, it's been putting you in a comfort of depression, a
yeah.
comfort of lack, a comfort of unhappiness. So you're going to have to do some shit that you've never done before. You're going to have to experience some things that you are like questioning. You just have to experience some newness, because what you've been doing isn't working for you. I know you feel comfortable there, but that literally means that you're comfortable in lack and you're comfortable in less than, but you want more. So in order to get more, you got to do something else.
Right. You got to do different things to get different results.
Facts.
Remind me that I said this.
It's recorded. So I'm literally just going to send it to you in your own voice. Like, hey, it's not me. You said that.
Delete this video. But yeah. So 2023, thriving, abundance, accountability, grand experiences, heaven on earth. Like you said that, and I absolutely believe that we deserve heaven on earth. Not to get spooky or religious on anyone, but the good.
Spooky. I love the spooky.
Oh Lord, the good book. As it is in heaven, as it is on earth. And there's no reason why we can't pull down all of the goodness that is and have it in our lives. And a lot of times we just forget that we are deserving. Like, I am above these piss poor experiences that I have been entertaining. And a lot of people say, like, you attract who you are. No, like, we attract a whole bunch of stuff. Like, we're dope. We have great vibes, and so good and bad is going to want to connect to who we are. It's up to us to entertain, whatever it is. And so I'm only entertaining heaven on earth. If it's not a heavenly experience, all right. Like, thank you, but no thank you, because I've been there, done that, and it's time to elevate. So
I had one of my exes was probably like we're polar opposites, but also very similar, because I'm an Aquarius sun female. He is an Aquarius sun male. This was crazy ass experience. Do not suggest dating your own sign. I do not suggest it. But I will say this is by far my favorite relationship I've ever been in. Like I said, I love toxicity. I don't know what my problem is.
So they're the
but
Aries. Okay.
but he used to tell me all the time, like, life cannot be all puppies and rainbows. And it would literally like piss him off, and he would be so irate because he's just like, the reality of life is there's good and there's bad, and you have to be able to like exist in both of these things.
Mm-hmm.
And no, I don't. I don't have to be able to exist in both of those things. If this is not serving me and delivering me a heavenly experience, if this is not delivering bliss to me, what type of goddess would I be to think that I deserve to have to just exist in piss poor energy?
Right.
Like, this is giving ghetto. This is giving street urchin. This is giving sewer vibes. I don't want to be here. So
Yeah.
I'm leaving. I'm going to do something else because what they got going on over there looks really lit, and it looks peaceful, and it looks blissful, and it looks like a good time over there. This is funky as fuck. I've got to get out of here. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't believe that we should have to like fight through the struggles. Fuck this struggle. Fuck that struggle. I'm going over there because that looks great.
Yeah.
We do that too often.
Listen, I have struggled enough for this lifetime, the next one, my kids' lifetime. Like ain't no, I've struggled for them. Ain't no more struggle. Like, of course, life is gonna life. Things are gonna happen that we can't control or whatever. I don't want to get on the fake positivity, but it doesn't mean I have to entertain like things that are beneath me. Like I don't know when I'm gonna take the next breath. You think I'm gonna spend the one this current one on some ghetto shit? Like what? Do you think I would spend this like willfully being traumatized and just like not being treated the way I deserve? And that's in the job and relationships, friendships. Like, I'm not even talking about, like, again, everybody gets hung up on romantic stuff. I'm talking about every aspect of life.
Everything.
Like, no thanks. No thanks.
There's literally not enough time. We don't have enough time for that. So people always talk about, you got one life to live. Yes, remember that. You have one life to live, if that's what you believe. I do believe, in reincarnation. I do believe that, I believe that I've ruled and ran this planet many times over, and I'll do it in this lifetime and the next and the next and the next and the next. But people don't rule planets by just, fucking with dust.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen. So I fully believe that we have to stop entertaining things that are beneath us, stop entertaining things that are below us. I fully believe in people learning how to negotiate their salaries, learning to negotiate what it is that you believe that your worth is. The price is the price. Yesterday's price is not today's price. The more experience that I get in my field, my professional field, the more expensive it costs for people to be able to book my time and my expertise. And I don't apologize for that.
Mm-mm.
I do believe that time is money. So if I'm going to take time away from working on my brand, working on assignments that I have, working on things that are going to bring physical, financial wealth to me, then you better make it worth my time. And you
Right.
better be investing in me mentally, emotionally, physically to the highest regard, because time is money. Time is very precious. So
Yeah.
don't waste none of my time.
Mm-mm. I'm not gonna let you do it. No. So yeah, these are such good talks. They feel like a hug, just like a
That is literally my sister's Cancer moon coming out. My goodness. Look at her.
definitely Cancer Moon. Can't help it. Feel all the emotional vibes. Like
I'll cheers to that. I like it.
I'm over here drinking wine like it's water. Sip, sip, sip. But yes, so please make sure you keep in touch. Stay tapped into the circle Girl Talking Chill Tribe. Um,
Yes, join us on Facebook. We have a Facebook group, so tap into the Facebook group. We'd love to have you in there. It's called Girl Talk and Chill.
mhm.
We are we on Twitter?
I'm on Twitter. Maybe Girl Talking Chill should be on Twitter. I don't know. I don't know if the brand should be aligned with some of those
We're
views.
yeah, we're not there yet, but you can find us on Facebook. Join our Facebook group.
TikTok.
We be posting like if we're having events, different topics that we want to talk about. We post different stuff in there, so we'd love to chat with y'all over there. We will be on TikTok for show. Jamise is a TikTok fanatic.
Yes.
She's very, very good in the TikToky streets.
Yes. The gram, everything. Follow us everywhere. And just stay connected, because these safe spaces, man, you can't place a price on them. Like, just coming here and feeling like seen and understood, and having people you relate to. So
It feels good. We love it.
yeah.
Okay, so we will holler at y'all next week. Let's see. What are we talking about next week? Let me look. Let me get the people ready. Next week's conversation, we're talking about sis or nah.
I can't wait for this one. I have a lot to say.
I love that. I didn't even know that's what we were talking about next week. Yes, I'm excited for that. Sis or nah. So, is sis becoming a problematic word? We'll discuss next week. So definitely, while you're watching this video, drop some comments to us. Let us know your thoughts on that. Let us know what you thought about this episode. Make sure that you're following us on all the platforms, loving on us. Send us a hug and we will send one back.
All righty. Bye-bye for now.
Peace.